What's going on, you guys? It is your girl ArleesiaRheenay here, and Happy New Year. You guys, we have made it to 2024. Thank you, Lord. The time is absolutely flying, but I'm just so grateful to see another year. Excuse me if you hear the noise in the background. That's my dog. She's bugging out over there. But first things first, it is your girl here, ArleesiaRheenay. For those of you that are new, welcome. On this channel here, you'll find all types of content ranging from plus size fashion, beauty, and lifestyle. So if those are videos that you like to watch, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below, and make sure you guys are following me on my TikTok and Instagram account so that you guys can keep up with me on my day-to-day. And for those of you that are returning, thank you guys so much for sticking with me on this journey. I appreciate it so much. Please believe I do not take any of it for granted. I felt like it was very befitting to go ahead and do a get to know me video. One, I just was like, it's a new year, so why not? Because, you know, things have changed. Two, I have seen that I have quite a bit of new, subscribers to my channel since the last time that I've done a get to know me video. So I said, it feels like it's only right to go ahead and do this video and make sure that it is the first one up for the new year. So I know this background looks a little bit different, the setup looks different, and that's because I thought it was really important for me to come to you guys in my very real, natural, unfiltered self. Now, I mean, granted, I do have a little bit of difference going on. I have a wig on, and that's because my natural hair was cutting up, but it's okay. But this is me, you guys, and I just did my skincare routine, and I was like, oh, the skin is on glow, and yes, I'm gonna film this tonight. So we are here on the couch. I do have my phone because, y'all, I made sure to write down key points and very important details that I want to tell you guys. And I have my water because I try to drink a good amount of water before I go to bed. But yes, if you want to know who your girl is, what I'm about, make sure you go ahead and keep watching. So we are starting off with the basics here. As I stated before, my name is ArleesiaRheenay. I am 30 years old. I was born and raised in Neptune, New Jersey. I graduated from Neptune High School and then moved to Virginia to further my education. I am a certified surgical technologist with an associate's degree in science. I absolutely love my job. I've been a surgical tech. It'll be... Is it 10 years? Or it will be 10 years. Oh my gosh. Very soon. So that's really crazy. I absolutely love what I do. I love to help people, and just to, see all the different parts of the body and know how they work is just absolutely amazing to me. It just blows my mind how intricate and how, different things are and how they work in the body. Like, y'all can go on and on about this all day, but yes, that is what I do for a living by day. And then of course by night, I am a content creator and an influencer. Side note, I really don't like to say influencer because I just feel weird. I'd rather say a content creator, and just love to share the things that I like and love with you guys. But yeah, I am a surgical tech by day and a content creator by night. I have a wonderful husband. He is absolutely the best husband I could ever have, or anyone could ever ask for. We have been married for 5 years, going on 6. We are the godparents to the 2 most adorable kids ever on the planet. I love these kids so much. They mean the world to me. They're like my own, but they are just amazing kids, and we're so grateful to be their godparents. Moving on, I decided to do something a little bit different. I was like, let me describe my personality, because I feel like sometimes you don't really get to see someone's true personality and, try on hauls or makeup reviews and things like that. You really see them in the vlogs. And because I don't really post too many vlogs, I feel like I don't really get to show my true outgoing personality. So this is what I think. This is what I think my personality is. First things first, As I stated before, I love to help people. I definitely have a loving, giving, helping, heart that just makes my day to be able to help someone. I also would like to use my husband's phrase. He calls me Jelly Bean. And at first I was like, ew, why are you calling me a food name? And he's like, because think about it, you remind me so much of a jelly bean. And I was like, what is that even supposed to mean? He's like, you're hard on the outside, but on the inside, you're so soft and loving. And he says squishy, but whatever. But it really did take me a second, to think about it. And I'm like, wow, he's absolutely right. So yes, exterior, I guess I do come off as, a little hard, a little standoffish, maybe. Someone even said I look mean. I probably do have like a resting mean mug. No, not probably. I definitely have resting mean mug. But, I am definitely I'm very much a loving person. To go along with the loving though, I am a straightforward person. Like, I feel like if you are around me and you know me, and I use the word know, I mean that you know me, because not everybody know me. People know of me, but not everyone knows me. If you know me, then you know I am a very straightforward person. You don't ever have to guess around me. Like, if I feel some type of way, 1000% you're gonna know it. And as I've gotten older, I have been definitely able to communicate those things in a better way, because I was not always the best at communicating things in a nice way, but I have gotten better, a whole lot better. And I communicate those things, and believe me, you would know if I don't like something, if something not sitting right, you're gonna know. I have no problem letting you know and telling you, like, this isn't right, that isn't right, I'm feeling a little weird. Like, believe me, you're going to know. And I have no problems creating and setting those boundaries in regards to things that just, don't work for me. I know I've stated quite a few times now that I love to help people. I love to keep people aware. And that brings me to my next point, which is why I started a YouTube channel. So initially, I've always kind of wanted to do something on YouTube. And that stemmed from when I want to say maybe like 15, 16, maybe even a little bit older. I was watching like Jay LaCorian and a couple of other people on there, and I was like, oh, that would be cool to show outfits, show this, show that, show hair, but I was always very scared because I didn't look like typical people. I was always a heavyset person, and I was like, maybe people won't receive me. Who's gonna take styling and clothing advice from me? So I definitely downplayed myself for sure. But what made me ultimately start my YouTube channel was I was working in Perth Amboy, and I decided to just go completely natural with my hair. And my curls, they pop. Like, I ain't even gonna front. I have beautiful, 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 curly hair. And at that time, that was about maybe 2014, 2015. I was walking in to Perth Amboy. I was working into my job in Perth Amboy, and one of the receptionist was like, oh, your hair is so beautiful, what do you put in it to make it curly? So I was like, oh, I just wash it, put a little bit of conditioner in it, and call it a day, because at that time that's what I was doing. And she's like, no, what do you use to make it curly? Like, what products? And I was like, I wash my hair, I put conditioner, I said, and then if I want it to last me some time, then I'll go ahead and put a gel in it. I said, but other than that, that's really it. And she was like, so you don't put anything in it to make it curly? And I was like, no, I have naturally curly hair. Like, I don't know. Like, I was confused because me growing up, I've seen black people not mixed with curly hair. It didn't matter what type of texture curly hair, but it was curly hair. And I'm assuming for this young lady that was not the case. So when she was asking me these questions, I was completely confused. And then she goes on to ask, like, oh, well, are you mixed? And I'm like, no, I'm not mixed. And she's just like, so I don't know how you make your hair curly. I'm like, it's DNA, it's genes. I mean, I don't know. Like, I didn't know how to explain it to her. And it just was crazy because then she called over a group of her friends. And it kind of embarrassed me because I am not a forefront person. I know it's like weird. I have a YouTube channel, I have TikTok, Instagram, all that stuff, and I post on them. But I am not a forefront type of person. That's not me. So when she called all of her friends over, you know, it was just very like, oh my God, oh my God. Like, I was like I felt like as if I was getting attacked, which they weren't. They were very sweet. They were very nice. But I just felt like I just wanted to run and hide because it's like, okay, you're putting me on, you know, on a pedestal per se, and you're having everybody just look at me, and then they're touching my hair and they're pulling it and they're like, oh my God, it's actually long. So it was just a lot for me. And then at that moment I said, okay, this is it. I'm gonna start my YouTube channel and I'm gonna show the world, or what I thought was the world that, you know, Black people who are not mixed can have curly hair. Now, yes, I do know, before y'all try to say something in the comments, I do know that there were plenty of people on YouTube already showing, you know, and embracing their naturally curly hair that were people of color. But I'm going to be honest with you. To me, I just felt like I had a job to do as far as coming forth and bringing forth this information. So that is how I started my YouTube channel, and that was my very first video. I think was either a wash and go, or I think it was me like reviving my curls. I was doing something. It was one or the other. And it just felt so good because then literally people were asking me at work like, oh, how is this? How is that? And I was like, oh, honey, you can watch the video. I became one of those people. Like, you can watch the video. Oh, I got a video. And I didn't say it rude, but I was like, oh, I have a video, you know, if you want to watch it, you want to see what I do, here you go, that's that. But then people also of color started to come up to me and ask me questions, and I was also able to refer them to my videos, and they would come to me like, oh my God, it helped so much. I never thought to use that product. I didn't think that product was for us. And at that time I was definitely using like Garnier Fructis and things of that nature. So, you know, they was like, we didn't know if it worked, blah, 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 blah. But at that time, it definitely made me feel good to be able to help someone else who, you know, just genuinely did not know. Hold on, y'all, gotta get me some water. This has been a game changer. This water is so good, y'all. Okay. So anyway, back to what I was saying. So once I started venturing into the natural hair aspect of, you know, my YouTube channel, I was like, okay, but let me get back to what I originally wanted to do and was scared to do, which was plus size fashion, or just fashion in general. I didn't really put a plus size on it, but I was like, you know, I want to do fashion. And then I was like, oh, but then again, I want to do makeup. But then unfortunately, I allowed that fear to overtake me, and I went to makeup. So of course I started to do videos on makeup. I want to say my first makeup video was, I feel like maybe it was like a Fenty Beauty one. I don't know. I'll have everything up here. But I think it was like a Fenty Beauty makeup video. And you guys, when I tell you, I just felt so free and so alive because I was like, oh my goodness, like I'm doing something that I absolutely love times two, you know, like I'm showing natural hair, love my natural hair. I'm showing makeup, love makeup, and I'm also being able to help someone. So times three actually. And in my heart just felt so overwhelmed with joy, so overwhelmed with peace as well, and so overwhelmed with just excitement on the fact that I was doing something that I love. And I will say, while everything has a high, it has its lows. There was a point in time in my journey where that craving to branch out into the plus size fashion, world and era to put on my social media accounts came back, because that was what I wanted to do, and I still was nervous, and I allowed, like I said, the fear to take over me. And I was battling back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And two of the primary areas where I know that caused that fear and all of that stuff again was body image. I can't say that I wasn't confident in my body. I just didn't want the negative comments to attack me and to change and alter that view that I had on myself, the self-love, the self-confidence. So I said, okay, let me pray, let me talk to God, because ultimately He's the leader of me. Like, God comes first in everything. And I just said, okay, if this is something that I am going to venture out and do and put on this platform, I need to make sure that I put on the whole armor, the whole armor of God to, make sure that these comments that will come, because believe me, I knew they were going to come, but I just didn't want those comments to bother me. So as I was thinking about it, of course, at this time, they were talking about niche. You gotta like go down to one niche. You can't have too many niche. And I'm like, okay, here I am, y'all. I have my natural hair, and then I have my makeup, and now I'm trying to add another thing to it, which is going to be, fashion, and then plus size fashion at that. I'm like, okay, Arleesia, maybe like this is a sign you're just doing too much, like just don't do it. And I continued to talk and think about it and pray about it. I'm just like, okay, God, like I really want to do it. I was talking to my husband, and he's like, girl, you're beautiful, go ahead and do it. And I'm like, no, I know I'm beautiful. I'm like, I know I'm beautiful. That's not the problem. It's not how I think about myself. It's just I hear all of this outside noise, and it's making me to alter what I want to do, or what I know that God put in me to bring forth. So I was at work one day, and I was talking to another young lady who does YouTube. I was telling her, like, I do the hair content, I make the makeup content. I said, and I really want to do fashion, but I just feel like it's so much, it's too much. And she was like, girl, if you don't just do it, don't be scared. Do what you need to do. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But how are you ever going to know if it will work out if you don't try? And I said, okay. I said, okay, you know what? And she was absolutely right. She was 1000% right. And I'm so grateful, to this very day that she did speak to me about that, because believe it or not, my plus size videos, fashion videos, are some of the highest number videos on my channel. When I mean number, like they have the most views. So I'm grateful I listened to her and I took her advice, because hey, that is probably why 80% of you guys are here, because of one of those plus size fashion videos. What I have in store for me, my channel, you guys, for 2024, it's extreme. It's a lot. And when I say extreme and a lot, I don't mean no, it's going to be big. I'm going to say it. It's going to be big. It's definitely going to be a difference. It's going to be a change. And I'm grateful. I will say, looking back over 2023 and just my journey with content creating and working, a 9 to 5, and then being a wife, I definitely had my hands full. It was definitely a lot. And then in the addition to having my god kids, it was definitely a lot. And I had overworked myself so much that I started to, have health issues. And if you guys want to know, leave a comment, we'll make a separate video. But I started to have issues, and As I journeyed towards my 30th birthday, I was praying and I'm just like, God, I know that you wouldn't give me, all of these dreams, all of these cravings, and, just goals that you put in my mind. Because believe me, never in my wildest dreams did I think I would actually be doing this. Of course, it was a thought that I wanted to, but to actually be doing it, I never thought I would be. So I'm like, okay, Lord, like, I know this is what you will have for me to do, but I need to figure out how to do it the right way. Like, I don't want to come and just give you guys anything. That's not my plan. That's not my goal. That is not me at all. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. So as my 30th birthday was coming up, I'm just like, okay, Lord, I need you to help me. I need you to reveal some things to me. I need you to, help me to get on the schedule. Like, I need you to do you. I need you to be that savior. I need you to be that guider. I need you to be you. So as this time went on and towards the end of the year, I said, okay, the first 2 to 3 weeks in January, I'm taking a break. No social media, unless of course it's for a brand that I have to post for, then I have to do it. But no posting on social media, no posting on YouTube, no posting on anything. And it was hard. It definitely was hard. It made me feel like, oh my God, Arleesia, like, you should be doing this, you should be doing that, blah, 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 blah. And that came from seeing everybody else post. But then God had to remind me, like, girl, you are you. I made you you. I made them. You stick to what I'm telling you to do. And I'm like, all right, you got it, sir. You got it. Ultimately, my goal for me, this channel, and my Instagram, my TikTok, is I will not be falling into the trap of posting 2 times a week, 3 times a week, or every week, because I have realized that my heart and my mind and everything within me is craving to be a better woman, a better wife, a better, content creator, influencer, to be that better person. But in order for me to be that better person, I have to do what I know I'm supposed to do, and in order. So for me as a wife, that means taking care of my husband, taking care of my home, making sure my godkids are okay, and taking care of me. And then I am able to present a better person, a better version of myself to you. I am able to make better content for you. And that bothered me to know that, I would not probably be posting every week. And I'm not going to say I won't be, but there might be some weeks where I might miss, because home came first, husband came first, kids came first, and I'm okay with that. And I just know that this is what God will have for me, and obviously I'm going to follow what he has for me. But I also want to give you guys top tier content. My last video, which was the, what was it, Old Navy or H&M haul, I was so upset with myself. I was angry with myself. I said I did not like that video, that much. I did not like the presentation of it, but I was like, oh my God, I got these clothes. I need to film this video. I need to put it up, blah, 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 blah. And I was just going. And it just wasn't quality, and for my life right now, oh, that's a whole word. Okay, thank you, Lord. For my life right now, it is very much quality over quantity. I'm not going to try and sit here and give you guys video after video after video just to say I posted, because at the end of the day, I'm going to be like, oh, we don't want any sloppy work. We don't just want any old type of video. We don't just want you to throw something together. And I mean, you're right. Why should you want that? You know what I mean? Like, that's not cool. That's not right. And even at home, even at work, even with my kids, my husband, my faith, like, I want to be able to pour into everything that I do wholeheartedly and give the best of the best that I have to offer. In my mind, I know when I'm not giving the best, and it makes me so upset. So that is the goal. I didn't even mean to get this deep with y'all on this one. That is the goal for 2024, quality over quantity. I want to tell you guys, I thank you so much for sticking in there with me. I thank you guys for all the love that you guys show on my videos, on my TikTok, on, YouTube, Instagram. I appreciate it all. Like, it means a lot to me. And oh boy, I feel like I'm about to cry, and I'm not an emotional person. It means a lot to me. And for you guys that don't even know me, to support me, it blows my mind. Like, it's still very much unbelievable, unreal, and I am forever grateful for you guys. As far as vlogs, some of you guys like the vlogs, some of you guys don't like the vlogs. I don't really do much. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really do too much in my life. I go to work, come home, take care of home, go to church. Every now and again we'll do something, and I just don't want to post the same thing, because I shop, go out to eat, and I just feel like I don't want to post the same thing, all the time, because that's literally what we do. So when we do go away, of course I try to vlog some of those moments to show you guys. But definitely during the vlogs, I don't want to have it be called vlogs. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to just have it be the same old, like, boring name, like, oh, another vlog. Like, no, I think I want to call it, Life with Arleesia, or, Life with Renee, something of that nature, to just add my own type of personality and my own little pizzazz to the title, so that you guys know, like, when you watch that, like, okay, this is Arleesia's life, that you guys are coming along with me on this journey. And even, for as far as, like, when I talk to you guys, like, I don't want to keep saying, like, oh, thank you all, blah, 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 like, I want to call you guys loves, because love, my mom actually loves when I call people love. She cracks up on it, but, love is such a underrated but overused word, and I am realizing that you guys don't have to show me love, you guys don't have to support me, and I appreciate it. So I definitely was, like, thinking and driving the other day, and I was like, I'm gonna call them loves. So when I start my videos, I'm definitely gonna be like, hey loves. I'm definitely going to say hey loves, because again, I just appreciate all the love and the support that you guys give me. I want a community, I want a family of real ones on here. But this, little get to know me video, I hope it gives you a little bit of insight on me and who I am now, because again, I know I did this video maybe a couple years back, but boy, am I a completely different person. Like, I'm a completely different person than what I was 6 months ago, even 2 months ago. Completely different person. So I hope this video was informative. I hope you guys get with me. And again, it is nothing but love, peace, joy, and happiness on this channel. Okay? And I will see you guys in the next video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. And I'll see my loves in the next one. Bye.